Evening all and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host Jarvis. With me tonight we have Stu as my co-host. Man United lost against Nottingham Forest 1-0 by a goal from ex-Man United player Anthony Elanga. Poor performance from our guys, but we will go through the game. Me and Stu, we will go through the tactical board, the live footage, the in-depth analyst, and all Man United. So guys, girls, stay tuned, and we will be back right after the intro. Yes, and good evening all. Welcome to the Tactical Devils. Some technical issues as always in the beginning. I was looking at the wrong screen, but here we are, and we are ready for a tactical breakdown of the game. Man United lost 1-0 against Nottingham Forest, as we saw. And, well, it wasn't a really good game. I think we looked toothless. We lacked penetration. I think Amarim did a lot of mistakes, especially setting up with two DMs. Playing Xerxes on top, I think, wasn't the best solution in a game like this. And I'm not quite very happy with what Amarim did, but I'm not blaming this on the manager per se. I think we were toothless in the group of players. And I think a lot of them could have brought up their A game today and not their Z game. So, Stu Woolley, how did you see the game, my friend? Are you happy or really disappointed?
I found myself getting massively angry with the last 15 to 20 minutes of the game. We'll talk about the goal in a bit. I absolutely agree with you. I think playing Casemiro and Ugarte wasn't the right move. We operated better when Bruno was deeper again, and we were better, slightly better up top when Højlund came on. But we lack an aggression and a ruthlessness that is so evident at the moment. And it's when you come up against a team like Forest, who've got some good players, don't get me wrong, but they've got some bang average players. Nico Williams at right back is bang average. I didn't think Anderson was great tonight. I don't know what you thought. Thought Yates was okay, but I think he's a bang average player. I was expecting more of Anderson. I didn't see it tonight. I've seen it in the past. I didn't see it tonight. Yeah. But when you look at bang average players who actually come together as a collective unit and play together, they don't have to be world beaters. Because a player like Williams will just get hold the ball, he'll drop it into Anderson, or drop it into Yates, or he'll drop it back to Milenkovic, or he'll put it, he'll push it somewhere, he'll push it up to Elanga, and he will allow these players to do his bidding for them. Mm-hmm. But he's got that fucking aggressiveness about him as well. There was parts in the game, I don't know if you saw, there's a couple of close-ups in the second half, when Bruno's got the ball and Nico Williams is just trapping him. And Bruno's letting him do it. Instead of elbowing him or handing him off or pushing him out of the way, he's allowing Nico Williams to do that. And it's kind of systemic about how we play our football. We lack aggression. And a team like Forest, who you quite rightly, by the way, predicted last night, would sit back. And I predicted what we should have done, and we didn't do, because it involves a little bit of aggression by dragging players out, or kicking them when you're walking back, so they chase you back, to kick you back. That's how you drag people out of position. As you're walking past him, you give him an elbow and he runs after you, and you've got him where you want him. You've drawn him out. We don't do that. There's no shithousery about us. It's just no ruthlessness whatsoever about our game. And tonight you needed that aggression. Gillett was letting shitloads go. I don't know whether you saw Jarvis. He was letting loads go. There was occasions where we were fouled in front of him and he was letting it go. We were fouling Forest players. He was letting it go. So you had a bit of rope to actually fight back, and we just don't fight. We don't fight the opposition. We allow the opposition to bully us, and we don't fight them back. And we get to the final third, we get to the tip of the final third, and we completely run out of ideas. Now, we know the devilish tacticos know their stuff. We know, they understand football. So, guys, my question to everybody is, what the fuck are we doing lobbing a ball into the box where Milenkovic or Musiala, whatever his name is, wins pretty much 100% of their aerial duels?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck's that? That Musiala bloke, only played for Brazil for the first time in the international break. We are making these players.
I think it's Murillo.
Murillo, that's it. Yeah,
Murillo.
Yeah, look great. We're making them look, better than us. And I'm so disappointed with our approach play when it comes to a stubborn team, and you have to have this aggression to bulldoze through. There was times where Morgan Gibbs-White, when he broke, he showed aggression as well as pace. Elanga showed aggression as well as pace. Silva showed a little bit of aggression as well as deft touches. Again, I didn't think Yates and Anderson were particularly good tonight. That's just my opinion. Didn't think they were great.
But we will go through it, all the players, but
they didn't have anything they didn't have anything against them, because we weren't great either. So I thought parts of the first half, I thought we were pretty good with our passing. I thought we were some of the passing was great. Yeah, he's on his phone.
When you square the pass or pass it backward, that's not.
No.
I thought nothing.
I thought our speed. I'm talking about our speed of play in tight areas. Our speed of play in tight areas was good in the first half. On occasions, we got out nicely.
Yes, I also have some footage of that. We will look at that.
We got out nicely on occasions, but we weren't. We're just not clinical. We're not aggressive. We're not ruthless.
Yeah. I just want to say hi. I see Rasmus is here, and Rasmus. I don't know if it's the Rasmus, but big up Rasmus. Eduardo is here. Big up Tactical Devils. A lot of the people are in the house. Madhouse is here. Rushmano, D-Day Superfly guy, Boxing Straight Talk. France is here. Good to see you, France. Johnny K. Neil Driscoll, big up Neil. Yeah. He's always in the house. Good to see you, Neil. I hope you're not too disappointed with the game. Jonathan Liljenberg coming in directly from Sweden, coming in and say hi, legends. I didn't see the match today. I was on a birthday party. Okay,
nice.
Good for you. I think you didn't miss out on anything. And you coming and say, I don't know if I even want to see it tomorrow. Yeah. So, and Jarle Malmin is here. We have Dan P, Alien Tenno. A lot of the legends are tuning in. So it's super great to see you guys. Remember to smash the like at the beginning of the stream. We need all the help. YouTube is doing us dirty now. In the beginning, in the last couple of streams, they're not pushing us out to anyone. It's just you, the subscribers, and the hardcore followers of the channel who actually get the notifications. So please help us, give us a like. So I want to go to through the tactical board. We can start with that, Stu, and have a look at how the team's set up. Give me 2 seconds. I will share it, and here we go. So Stu,
There you go.
Yeah, I hope we don't have too many technical issues. So we set up in the usual 3-2-4-1 formation, or 3-4-2-1. Sorry.
I don't think he knew what he was playing today, actually.
Yeah. So can you give me any explanation what Amarim was thinking? Try to play the devil's advocate at least. Tell us why he set up with 2 DMs in a system like this and Xerxes on top.
Yeah, look, he was either running a 3-5-2 to an extent, if that's what you want to go. A 3-2-4-1, I think, is a more plausible system he was trying. But you know something? I've gone on record, guys. Systems are there to advise players and guide players throughout a game. But if you don't have the common sense element to play within that system, then you're never going to succeed as a group of players. And we didn't have that common sense element today to be able to play that system, because when you look at, he was trying to match, it was clear what he was trying to do. He was trying to match Agate and Casemiro up against Yates and Anderson.
Yeah, but do you think Amarim expected Nottingham Forest to go right at our throats? Did he think that this was going to be a defensive game? Do we know that little about the Premier League and how Nottingham Forest plays, that he actually thought they were going at it?
I think he went to try and stop the early goal. That's what he tried to do. He tried to stop the early goal. We all know, he failed. Because we all know that when Forest get a lead, and they've demonstrated yet again, Sells has got the most clean sheets in the Premier League.
Yeah,
I think he holds the record for Nottingham Forest now in his first season in the Premier League. I think he holds their record for clean sheets. I think he's beaten Mark Crossley. But you're never going to be able to match Agate and Casemiro up against Yates and Anderson, because they're too young, they're too mobile. And then when you take Bruno out of that deep lying area, then you're basically hamstringing our creative side. And that's what I couldn't quite understand.
Yeah, but the other creative side is Xerxes. So he takes away Bruno from the deep lying and Xerxes from the 10 area to create. And he puts in 2 DMs. And where and how do you expect us to score? Corner kicks.
There's that. And then you've got the bizarre decision to play Yoro right and Mazzari left. I couldn't quite work that one out either. It didn't make sense to me. Now, we both know, all right, Elanga, scored kind of from the right-hand side, but that was due mainly because where we picked up the ball from the corner, from our corner, and away he went. So he made a few errors for me. It's not the team we would have picked. We said this last night, didn't we, Jarvis? We said we wouldn't have gone with the pivot of Agate and Casemiro, and I gave my reasons for it. Actually, as it happens, I didn't think Yates and Anderson were any good today. I agree with you on Yates. I think Yates was in there to man-mark Bruno. I don't think
he had one job.
Yeah, I don't think Amarim saw that coming.
Stay on Bruno, stick on Bruno for the full game as much as you can. Yeah, I have some footage of that. We will go through it with Yates and Bruno.
I don't think Amarim saw that coming. But then Bruno didn't release the shackle, did he? He didn't even try and get away from the shackle of Yates, because he's not. Bruno's a ball player rather than an aggressive player, and you've got to break the shackle. Sometimes we didn't break the shackle. Dorgu, quite frustrating tonight. Gacho, frustrating tonight. So the reason I think he's set up in a nutshell is to counter Yates and Anderson, and I think the Yates on Bruno flummoxed Amarim, and he didn't quite know what to do. And it left Casemiro exposed with his pace. And it gave Agate a massive problem, because Agate was trying to cover way too much of the pitch to compensate for the missing Bruno and the missing Casemiro. And you can't do that as a single player. I don't know why Agate was the fall guy at all. I don't understand why Agate was the fall guy at half time.
Ugarte, he covered a lot of ground. He was pressing. He did a lot of
He was pressing up on Dorgu's shoulder. He was pressing up on Dallow's shoulder. He was pressing right. He got through an awful lot of work today. Ideally, what we should have done is what we said last night: is remove Casemiro out of the equation, drop Bruno in deeper, drop
obviously
Xerxes in deeper, and then we could have gone from there. But the double pivot for me was to counter Anderson and Yates. Didn't get it, and yes, I do. I think Barman. I think he was exhausted. Yeah, I think he was overloaded and exhausted. I do. I'm not saying I'm right, but that's how I saw it.
Yeah, but Stu, when it comes to this, the formation and everything, you are spot on when you say he should have just taken Casemiro out, dropped Bruno down right away. I could see it right away. It wouldn't work with this setup, and I think he underestimated Nottingham Forest. I think he thought that they maybe would be pressing a little bit higher, but they weren't bothered going into attack. They could just sit back. We had like almost 65% possession in the first half. Do you think Nuno went into the locker room in the halftime saying to these players, we are down 65% possession? No.
Nuno was having a cup of tea.
He was so happy with how the game evolved.
The interesting thing about Forest, and you got to look also about the camaraderie. Now, they obviously lost. Sorry, can you put that back up?
Yeah. I can. Yeah. I can do that.
They obviously lost Anwani, didn't they? Their forward player. I think it was him that got injured in the first half.
No, it was.
Sorry, Anya. Yeah. So they had to take
when he subbed Anya, they went to a back five.
Yeah, but what did you notice more than anything about what they did? He takes Danilo off, and Danilo's got no issue with it. Danilo comes off, he wanders off, he shakes everybody's hand on the bench. They all knew that he'd taken one for the team. He understood straight away that to be a sacrificial lamb. He was it. He didn't worry. He didn't care. You won't even hear about that in the morning.
No?
With Sky Sports. You won't even hear about it. Xerxes comes off in the first half. Oh, my God, he's destroyed, etc., etc. This is the problem with Manchester United's current bunch of babies, okay, compared to a group of men, and average men at that. By the way, some of them average men at that, and you've got to understand that kind of mentality we don't have, as opposed to what they've got. Xerxes is on the bench almost crying. Danilo comes on, shakes everybody's hand.
I saw that.
That's really key to how a team operates. Things like that are really quite key to how a team operates.
So I think they went through something like this.
That's it. Gibbs White became that kind of free player, so to speak. But that's how
they went into a back five. I think it was the 39th minute of the game when Aina was injured. But they were 1-0 up. They comfortable sitting back and just absorbing. And I think we lacked penetration. I think Xerxes wanted to be a playmaker, but the only output we had was Gacho, but Gacho is wide. Yeah. So we made the job so easy for the centre-backs just to defend. As a defender, Stu Woolley, you are a defender, and having the defending in front of you, that's easy. When you defend behind you, that's worse. You have to run track back.
Yeah, I would have been happy tonight to an extent. The last 20 minutes would have been a bit fraught. But then here comes my other gripe. You've got that on the Gacho effort, which I think he was going to score when I think it was Milenkovic. Williams got Yates. Sorry, Yates got the tackle in, didn't he? Just got the tackle in. I think he would have scored. And he's there fucking celebrating. Jarvis, the next time I'm anywhere near Yates, celebrate this, because I'm going to put you straight down. Yeah. You don't do that. You don't disrespect me that way. You don't disrespect Manchester United that way. When they did it, they were high-fiving. They were doing this, they were doing that. You've got to stop that. You've got to absolutely get hold of him and strangle that out of them. You don't do that to us. How fucking dare you? That'd have been dragged to a bull to me. It was when I was watching it. And Gacho, can't allow that. You can't allow people to celebrate in front of you because he's got a fluky tackle in. Wasn't a fluky tackle, by the way. Stuck his leg out really well. It was a great tackle. But I look at it from the other side. I'm not having it. You know, Murillo, right at the very end, saves one off the line. Sky Sports are saying, oh, what a player this kid is. All he did was stand on the fucking goal line. He didn't do anything special. He just looked at what was happening in front of him, stepped back 2 yards, and he's there just in case Maguire gets his head on the ball, which he does.
Yeah.
You know, it's not rocket science. Anyway, we've got a
super chat coming in from Jonathan Liljenberg. Thank you, Jonathan Liljenberg. Great to have you as a supporter of.
We haven't got a jingle for that, Jonathan. So we'll have to hum you a jingle.
Yes.
Super chat. There you go. Jonathan, he said, I do think we should be. I do think we should do a false 9 for the rest of the season because I do think we played better when we did that. If I remember, thoughts in the chat. Actually, thoughts in the chat on that one.
Yeah, he asks both the chat and us. So I was thinking when I saw the lineup, were we actually going to play with Bruno as a false 9 and Xerxes and Gacho as the number 10s? But I saw right away it wasn't going to happen. But I like the false 9, but I don't think we have the wingers to do that. I think with Xerxes on the pitch, I don't think it's a good idea playing with another false 9. And if you're asking if Xerxes operated as a false 9,
we didn't have a 9 when Xerxes was on the pitch.
No, yeah. So, it's a difficult one, but I don't think Amarim prefers a false 9. What do you think, Stu?
I don't like a false 9. I think the whole concept of a false 9 is lazy. I think it allows players to be lazy. You've got to have a focal point up top. You have to have somebody you can aim at. You've got to have somebody who can hold the play up, stifle any attacks. If you're getting battered for 20, 25 minutes, you've got to be able to push the ball out and it's got to stick.
I think when you do as a false 9, your main objective is to drop in these pockets here and receive the ball and be the playmaker.
Yeah, but the problem is
you need runners and not just Gacho. You need on the other side someone to attack.
We don't have any runners. We need players to push on the back too. I've said this before. When you give 2 centre halves like Milenkovic, like Murillo, time, space, it's an easy night's work for them. You know, you've got to constantly occupy the 2 centre halves. You've got to be pushing them to the absolute limit, pushing them as far back as you can, stand in an offside position to make them think, you know, what you're going to do. You know, do something that they've got to look around to see where you are. When we play a false 9, he's always in front. He's always in front of you. So you then dictate the yardage that you leave behind you, and the yardage you leave from the goalkeeper to the centre half. You dictate that. You need the striker to dictate that yardage.
Yes, I agree. 100%. We
need the striker to turn around and say, right, you know, I'm not going to get in on 20 yards. It's not going to happen. I need to be playing 18 yards away, 12 yards away. That's where I want to be. And then I'm gonna rough you up. I'm gonna mess you about. And when the cross does come, I'm gonna be holding you to get in front of you. I'm gonna be doing that. You tell me tonight, with all the crosses that went into the box, when did that happen? Not once. Not once did we get in amongst them. I know Maguire did a couple of times.
I would say the last 3 minutes when
Maguire did a couple of times. And to be fair, he
impressed me a little bit when he came on.
He was massively lucky with his header. He was the one where, when people were saying, "Oh, he's put it miles wide," you try doing that. I mean, he had no chance. He had no chance of scoring that. No chance in million years. He's the only one. And Milenkovic
knew the laws of physics. It's impossible to score that. Yeah.
But he realised, Milenkovic at that particular time, and Murillo at that particular time, hold on, we got problems here. Someone's got to pick up Maguire because he's winning. He's winning these duels.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to bring in some
Sorry.
comments before we go to the clips. We have so many clips to go through, and if you're coming in and say Amarim's system is not just the best for us, and it's not like we'll sign up to 5 players in the summer, so he's not particularly optimistic when it comes to this Amarim system. And Boxing Straight Talk comes in and say this system is awful. It's just not solid enough. It lacks spine, and it's cowardly football. So
I think Boxing's got a point there. I think Barman's got a point. Ifioka's got a great point. Jordan Walls is in the chat. Big up, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, big
Franz, he's got a point as well. We don't have a ball carrying midfielder. He's absolutely right. Everyone's on point tonight. Alien Tenno, everyone's on point in the chat.
It's a devilish because they know their thing when it comes to football.
Everyone's on point in the chat, but they're all offering a variety of different points, which is brilliant because that's how we're seeing it. We're talking a variety of different points here. And I think the system is negative, but guys, we don't think he played his 3-4-3 tonight. Well, in fact, we're pretty damn sure he didn't. And you can't do that. His challenge, the challenge for the board, is to find somebody who's going to occupy 2 centre halves. Because when you are occupying 2 centre halves, it gives you more width. It allows more space between the centre half and the fullback, because the fullback will have to push out to the winger, Dorgu, as an example, Jarvis.
Yeah.
Yes. Just say we got Mount running in off Dorgu, or you got Gacho running off Dorgu, or somebody running off Dorgu. You are going to pull in a Yates or an Anderson in that spot, but you're still leaving a space either about 20 yards out to the left and another 5 to 7 yards in the middle, because we're dragging people across. That's what we don't do. I just don't get it.
No,
I don't understand.
We don't play as a team. And Dan Peacock's in too little, too late in the game, but we needed those physical specimens up front. The front 3 are just ineffective, weak, slow, and not brave. So
we spoke about this last night. Sorry, I just want to bring that great point, Dan. I just want to bring in Francis. Why did we play Chile last night? We spoke about it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We don't know. You know, we needed somebody up there alongside Højlund. But then there was parts where Højlund wasn't even in the box again. He was out the right a couple of occasions, and he was playing a 1-2 with Dalot. We don't need you there. I need you inside the box. I need you wrestling with Murillo. I need you wrestling with, I think there was the Højlund header where he got it quite wrong. I think the corner came in. It was a secondary ball in. He dropped the ball. Sells gets down, picks it, and just holds on the floor. Then he gets up, but Højlund's walking away. I want to see Højlund in Sells' face there. I want to see him get in. I want to see him think twice. You've got to make people think twice somewhere.
But do you think the players now are... This is typical Man United.
Too weak. Too weak.
Yeah, but mentally we're too weak. Because we won 3 games now. We beat Leicester and Real Sociedad. We were on a high. International break came. Some of the players had good international breaks. Portugal went through, and Højlund scored goals and stuff like that. And now they come back to Manchester, and it feels like they're not up for it. They came into this game complacent.
Great point. There are players in there. Dalot, been there for years, complacent. Yeah. Bruno, been there for years, complacent. Casemiro, complacent. These are players that have played under regimes that have allowed these players to get away with fucking murder, complacent. You've got Delict trying his best to shore up a defence. You got Mazzari trying his best. Mazzari was shocking for the goal, abysmal defending for the goal. You've got Anana making basic errors. You've got Yoro come back. I thought Yoro did as well as he could tonight. He's got some pace about him, that kid, because he caught Elanga up, didn't he?
That was one.
Was it more Gibbs White? It was either Elanga or Gibbs White. I can't remember which one, but he caught him up. I'm just, and as United Football Way says, I'm frustrated about our attitude towards winning football matches, and elements of our game where we're just going backwards and forwards, left to right, instead of actually doing something and affecting us. We don't have anyone to affect the game. And like I said to you, the amount of crosses we put in tonight, when was the penny going to drop? There was 0 point pushing a cross in because Milenkovic was just going, thank you. Always another one. Thank you. Oh, hold on.
100% of the aerial duels tonight.
That's all he was doing. I'll do my shirt now. Oh, there you go. Oh, hold on. Let me just do my lace. Oh, hold on. I'll just clear that. His bollocks. That should never. He should have been elbowed. Højlund should have been jumping on him. Even if he gets beaten up.
I'll give it to Højlund. It was Xerxes was on the pitch most of the time, and
I know. But
I think we look better when we swapped to Højlund on top. He's actually a better striker than Xerxes.
Even if Milenkovic is beating you up, he's having to do something different instead of having a free header all the time. He's having to think again. That when you don't make the opposition think, you're not making them worried about where you are, why you're tapping at my heels, are you doing this, are you doing that. It's an easy night's work.
Mm-hmm. I want to go on to some of the clips. This is what we got in the beginning of the game, and Gacho to Bruno, and he had a shot. I think that was our only shot in the first half.
First couple of minutes, yeah.
So there's nothing much to say about this. There's a pass, but look at Højlund. No, look at Xerxes, how deep he is.
Yeah.
So we lacked the penetration, and we were
relying on a little bit deep. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a good shot, but the XG on something like that is 0.01, I would say.
Yeah, I thought it was a good strike. It bounced. It bounced just before Sells. I don't think he could have taken it further because I think Milenkovic would have been over to block the shot. So I think he had to take it. It was an okay save. A save you'd expect a keeper of his quality to make. But the problem was, if you look at where we all are, there's only Bruno there at that particular time, and there's 3 Forest defenders in and around him.
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest issues.
Yeah,
how we set up.
Yeah.
So you could see right away we lacked penetration, as you mentioned. Maybe Amarim's game plan was just to sit back, play 0-0, halftime 0-0, 60th minute,
it was.
maybe
I think it was,
and then go for it. But his game plan failed.
I think it was. I don't think he was interested. He was trying not to concede the first goal because we know that when you concede the first goal at Forest, it's chances you get back in.
My question to you is when you go down after 5 minutes, shouldn't you then instantly just change your game plan? If the game plan is to sit back 0-0 until 60, 65 minutes into the game?
I don't mind conceding.
Because we wasted in a way first half.
Yeah, I don't mind conceding early doors. I think you concede in the first 10 minutes of a game. It's not a big issue because you still got to score a goal. If you're going to win the game, it's 0-0. You still got to score.
Yeah.
So you have to score to get back into the game. So it's no big deal if you concede within the first 10 minutes. It's how you react after that. After you concede.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not even how you concede a goal. It's how you react after that. And the commentators were saying we reacted quite well. I don't think we did. I don't think we reacted with any urgency. And I'm with you. Any chance of changing our approach to the game, and we've got to be able to do that. I said to you before, we've got to be able to, as footballers and as players, be able to change the game. You're being paid hundreds of £1,000s a week to win football matches, and we're just going through the motions at times. Yeah. Nico Williams is on a fraction of what Diogo Dalot's on, probably. I'm not talking a fraction. And, but Nico Williams showed way, way, way more fight Way more aggression. Anderson won't be earning the shitloads at Forest either. He won't. But he I didn't think it was great tonight, but he showed something.
He showed something. I agree. Boxing Straight Talk comes in and say, "Come on, we should not have lost that game tonight. How them players and the manager dare to come off that pitch, getting beaten again is a disgrace." So Boxing Straight Talk, not
I agree.
He's not happy.
But I agree. I think he's right. As a player, if I coming off that pitch tonight, then you're doubting yourself. Well, you should be. You should be questioning yourself as a footballer, as well as questioning others. But I don't see it. I don't see us chucking our arms in the air. I don't see us having a pop at some. Did you see Morgan Gibbs-White and Milenkovic having chatter, having words?
Yeah,
they're 1-0 up. They were having chatter.
They were having a hell of a time. They were so happy. Yeah.
Milenkovic wasn't happy with Gibbs-White, and Gibbs-White wasn't happy because Milenkovic gave a blind pass. Mount should have, almost scored. So they're having a Barney over it. They're having an on-field Barney. I've never seen us do that.
No. Feel like the players are sacking the league off for the Europe.
Well, I think we can beat Lyon, but we're going to have real problems against Bilbao if we meet them in the final. Because they're on the other side, aren't they?
Stu, I have the goal. Elanga goal. Elanga goal. It was a corner kick. We had the corner kick. It was cleared, and we were high up the pitch. Our rest defense was, I think it was, who was it? Masraoui, Gacho, and Ugarte, or no, it was Dorgu.
Elanga up, and if the ball goes to Gibbs-White, so be it. Because I'd be screaming at everyone else, "Where the fuck were you?"
Yeah.
I want you to watch his touch and how close he keeps it.
So in this position, who do you have? We have Garnacho here. We have Dorgu, and probably Masraoui is deeper.
Mazzara is slightly ahead.
We have Gibbs-White here, so he took the run all the way.
Yeah. The problem is he's too quick. But look how he controls the ball.
He cuts in.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Because if he carried straight on, Mazzari cuts him out. What he does, he unsettles Mazzari's rhythm. If you watch his rhythm, he unsettles him. Now he's looking. See, he's almost running sideways. Yeah. And that's because of Elanga's position trajectory. He's running sideways because if Elanga tries to go behind Mazzari, he's got a turning circle, so he'll be able to turn left in towards Elanga. Okay. Morgan's Gibbs-White is never going to get there anyway. Even if Elanga puts the ball in now, Mazzari's never going to get there. So, and Elanga knows this, and that's what opens up the space for the goal. You see, he's still going sideways. Now you've got to come in, you've got to attack Elanga way before the D.
5 minutes into the game, shouldn't we be more cynical?
Yes.
Like shouldn't Garnacho or Dorgu, someone just
absolutely launch yourself at him?
This reminds me. Remember in the beginning of the season when we met Spurs, they have that really quick centre back, and it just accelerated.
Van der Ben, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the same type of situation, and we still react the same way. We don't see the danger before it's too late. So he stops up, and here, this is the moment. Grab his shirt, drag him down. Whatever it takes. Because you understand in this situation. You understand in this situation.
Where there's danger. He's got him as well. He's got him.
Yeah.
He's got him. Grab his arm. Pull him down. You're not going to get sent off because Mazzari is always the last man. So you're not getting sent off. Do something. Actually, if I was, if I was Dorgu, I would have tried to have got him way, way, way back at the beginning of that anyway.
And do we have? I know it's the footage is terrible, but what's your take on Onana's performance in this situation?
Yeah. Well, he's never going to catch it. He's never going to get there. He's if you look, it's Elanga's. Yeah, beating him by miles.
Yeah, but yeah.
Look,
it looks like he was a little bit caught off guard because of he made the strike while he was running. So it looks like almost Onana didn't expect the shot to come at as quick.
I mean, you could argue that Onana could have been further into his box, further out into the box around the penalty area. I don't think Elanga
puts his weight on his right foot and then he takes a jump back. So.
But he's miles. I mean, he's miles from getting it. Miles from getting it.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure I'd blame Onana on that one, to be honest. It happens. It's unfolded way, way, way before.
Okay.
It's to Onana.
I have a better angle. Maybe we can have a look at this.
Where he is now is where he should stay. And there's a couple of reasons for that, by the way. Elanga might consider going for goal. And he might miss for a start. He might consider, Onana's off his line, I'm going to try it. If he goes into the edge of his area, if you watch it unfold, if he goes to the edge of his area, Elanga's got to make a decision around 25 yards. If he stays at the edge of his area.
Neil Driscoll coming and say, if it was me, I would foul him. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So
grab him.
So where Onana is now, if he stays within that vicinity, he's going to make Elanga make up his mind earlier. And when you make up your mind earlier, you rush it. There, just stay there. Just stop there. Look, if he stops there, he's on Elanga before you even know it. Elanga's got to make a decision, so maybe you could blame Onana. But again,
not still blaming, but he could have saved it.
He still runs 70 yards.
But if you look how he shifts his weight on his right foot in that moment, I don't know why.
Yeah, but
he's not in balance when the shot when the strike is taken.
If you draw a line just before the edge of the area, stop that there. Draw a line, just take it back and draw a line just before the edge of the area. And Onana's positioned himself there. Elanga's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to chip him or do something clever. When you're trying to do something clever, that's what gives the defender that inch he needs, that split second that he needs to get a toe on the ball. We're not making Elanga's got one chance to score, and that is his left foot, and he took it. It's the fact that he's run 70 yards for me, for a start, and Onana's backed off and allowed that space. I talk about yards all the time, don't I?
What happened?
I don't know. No. I talk about yards, don't I, all the time. The space that you have between
my usual drawing. Something is wrong.
The space between the goalkeeper and the last player. And Onana there has allowed him the space. He's opened up the goal for him. If he'd stayed even by the penalty spot, I don't think Elanga scored.
Yeah. But do you think the players like Mazraoui trusted Onana that much that you just thought it's better to just let him take the shot? It's on the 18-yard box line, so...
No, you as a defender, you shouldn't. You got to stop the shot at all costs.
Yeah,
you shouldn't allow that.
Stu, do some comments. I will prepare the next clip.
Sorry.
The devilish tacticos saying
there is
about
a lot happening. Where are we? Let's have a look. I don't know where to start. Franz says, play the youngsters. Season is done. It's definitely done. All right. Dan says, feels like players are sacking off the Europa League. Yeah, I think we've done that one, haven't we? Danny B says, hey, Danny, we need 5 to 6 quality players in this squad, or else we're mid-table next season.
Yeah.
Franz comes in with Gacho, keeps ignoring his teammates, but he keeps being picked. Where's Rúben's ruthless side or ruthless treatment of Rashford when it comes to Gacho? United Football Way says, I don't blame Amarim, but today he was trying something different and it didn't work. With Amarim needs several new good players, and if we don't win Europa League, we're in massive trouble. I agree with that. Rashmano kind of going against the grain a little bit, saying that we shouldn't have beaten Forest, or do you think we should be beating Forest? I think Forest have been in the top 4 since what, October?
I think they're 20 points ahead of us.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they were 17. Boxing Straight Talk thinks Atleti Bilbao will beat this team easily. That's if we get through Leon. Catherine's in. Good to see you, Catherine.
Hey, big up, Catherine.
Garner doesn't have the IQ for this system. Is it any wonder he can't get in the Argentinian team because he's a greedy little shit? Seriously. Barman comes in. Gacho shows how. Oh, Gacho shows have stopped him. Pushed him with a foul.
Yeah, taking him down.
Yeah, taking him. Yeah, I agree. Danny P, we should have beaten Forest at home. Yeah, we got beat 3-2, didn't we? Their pace and muscle were just enough skill. League is so poor this year, it frustrates me how far we slipped. Absolutely. If you look at the points, I think Liverpool are top in the mid-70s, aren't they? Loads more to come in. We'll get to those guys. We will.
Yeah.
Trev Wade's house, by the way.
Hey, Trev. Hey, Trev. Good to see you. This is the difference. I want to show you the difference with Delict, because I think Delict has become our rock, the clip of our defense. You know, he is the best defender we have, and how he solved a similar situation, not exactly the same, but it's a similar situation with Elanga coming at him into the box. So he's not getting away from him. And Casemiro eventually is the guy who clears it. But I think how Delict solved it was really good. This is how a good defender does it. So, Stu, you are a defender. How do you?
Yeah, so Delict actually flummoxed Elanga here. When he started to slow down, that made Elanga stop and think, what am I going to do? And when you stop and think what you're going to do, as I said to you before, it allows that defender or that attacker or whoever it is, that extra second required for you to make a mistake and then in. And that's exactly what happened with Casemiro. Just watch Delict's pace and how he regulates his pace. And when he starts regulating his pace, watch Elanga start to lose his focus.
But this is more a 1-against-1. It's not a 1-against-2. So let's say if Gibbs White was here on the right side, it would have been much more difficult. But I think he would have done differently.
No, it won't matter because Delict's in exactly the correct place. Doesn't need to be anywhere else, because if Elanga puts in Gibbs White, he's there. 1, 2, in. No problem whatsoever. Watch Delict again and watch Elanga when he starts to slow down, because that's the key to the whole move. Yeah, it's not anything else. Watch his pace. Watch him slow. That's the problem Elanga's got. Delict slowed down. Oh shit! And he doesn't know what. He gets the ball stuck under his feet. Watch again. Watch how quick Delict was. Comes across, starts to slow down. Elanga completely loses his focus because he's watching Delict. If Delict carries on, allows Elanga to run deeper into the box, it's a different outcome. It was a brilliant piece of defending. Really was a brilliant piece of defending. It's psychological, that was. Not anything brilliant, just a bit of psychology. I'm going to slow down on where I need to be, and I can quite easily speed up. And did you notice as well, he was still sideways, like Matsari was.
Yeah.
Ready for any sudden movement. The thing with Matsari was, at that particular time, as you go to the box, you've got to face him up, and and it goes out to Gibbs White. Nothing I can do.
No.
That's
And then Mustard, he agrees Delict reads that play perfectly.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Angles. Yeah, the Mustard angles. That's exactly right. But it was a lovely demonstration on how to take the pace out of the game, Jarvis.
And Franz comes in and say Delict is a smart defender. He
that's
really
what
is
I
a
want.
smart defender. I like him. And also Danny B comes in with Euro's tackle toward the end of the second half was class. So we have some good defenders. I don't think defense is our biggest issue. And the Mutinator comes in, 40 likes. We need more likes, people. Come on, smash the like. There's 136 of you watching, 33 on YouTube, 102
Are we on
X.
100%?
So guys, if you're watching on X, jump over to YouTube, help out the channel. I have one clip here, and let's not just delve into the negatives. This is positive, and I see also Rosmano comes in and say, I get people frustrated, but this level has been happening before, Amarim, so we have to be patient. We have no other choice, sadly. And yeah, that's well spoken.
Rosmano is correct there.
Yeah, you are, as always, correct. And there were some positives. This is how we played out.
I know where this is. I know where this is. Yes. I was impressed with this play.
We are under pressure, and this is the Amarim way. You want to
big time pressure
to zigzag our way through their defense with a lot of drag their press play over to one side and then shift play to the other side and go on the transition. So
you're gonna have to play this up now because Broderick's having it. He's calling you out, dude. Good to have you, Broderick. And Ricardo Diaz is in as well. Pick up Ricardo. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
Come on now, Jarvis. Come on. Deep breath. Give it a come on.
Yeah. You see we're under pressure. Casemiro, Bruno, Dorgu.
It's a lovely play.
And Forest are working hard, they're pressing us hard, and then we shift to the other side. And in this instance, I just want to take it back. Look how many men they commit in their press play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the picture pressing on our side. So I think it's Dallo who has acres of space on the other side when he receives
the ball. Yeah. Anderson tried his best. If you just go back a little bit, I just want to show you the great side of football and what we don't do. So this is nice. This is nice. Let's watch Anderson and Casemiro now. I'll just have my arms around you. I'm just going to look. He's trying to stop him. He's doing everything he can to stop him, even if he gives a foul away. Okay, we get away with it. Gillett this time lets it go, which he should do. But he tried his best. We don't do any of that. That's what I was getting at, Jarvis. We don't do that. But look at Anderson. He didn't bother. He just carried running, getting himself back into position. And that's what we don't do.
Yeah. But that was actually a beautiful,
lovely bit of play.
Segment of play. So
yeah, lovely bit of play.
And the positives are the whistle went to the end of the game. Yeah. Big up Genghis Khan Jr. coming in. Big up. Fist bump. Boom. Double. Ricardo Diaz. And then Dallo makes a deep pass to isolated Jokeres.
Jokeres easy. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about
that. At least we can laugh.
We got it. You got it. Yeah, you'd be balling.
So first half, I don't know if there was anything more to say about that first half.
That's probably it.
Well, I can bring up this. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I just want to show you this segment. Is it up screen?
While you're doing that, just to let everybody know, Keith Hackett will be joining myself and Jarvis this Friday at 9 o'clock. So the return of the Hackett, Mr. Hackett, will be joining us this Friday at 9 o'clock. So if you've got some questions, think of some questions, get them loaded into the chat straight away on Friday, and we'll do a Q&A.
Apparently, there was some new rules coming out for the Premier League.
There's some new rules. Yes,
so we can talk a little bit about the new rules. And
one thing we are going to do with Keith is we're going to ask him to choose a game that he refed. Now we'll do a tactical breakdown with Keith as the referee over the next few weeks as well. So look out for that show. That'll be a great show. And I think it'll be a lot of fun for everybody to get involved.
Definitely, it will be a great show. So, guys, remember to tune in Friday night, 9 p.m. That will be a fantastic show. And we know Keith, he's such a fantastic guest to have on the show.
And a big happy birthday to Jarvis's young son. He turned 8 yesterday, and Jarvis has got a brilliant party planned for, what was it, 14 of his mates or something like that.
Yes. We're going to watch the new Minecraft movie coming out.
You're a glutton for punishment. 14 of them, crikey. How are you going to get them there? You're not going to put them in the snowplow, are you?
No. Well, we will see. It will be good.
Be quite cool. They'd love it now, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Next clip is it's about Yates and Bruno. You see Massawi. I think Bruno receives the ball. Look at Yates coming directly at him. So Yates was always close to Bruno, watching him and keeping control of Bruno, because I think Nuno Espirito Santo knew that Bruno was our only creative outlet.
Correct. So the biggest thing about this is Bruno's waiting for Yates. He's waiting for him to be there. And he's thinking about what I'm going to do, where is he? And that's why he miscontrols the ball. It's as simple as that. Because Yates has been there all half. And then but Bruno's got to get stronger. He's got to get in there. He's got to elbow him off the ball. Because Yates takes control of it again.
By the way, people, I'm not having a dig at Bruno, because Bruno is one of our best players. But
no, but it's a point. It's a point in football, though, Jarvis. We talk about this all the time. We talk about players that upset other players because they're constantly chatting at them, grabbing at them, and that's what Yates did. And Bruno fluffed his lines because he was looking to see, or he was waiting to hear the footsteps of Yates. And that's football. He did get away with crime tonight. I thought he's brilliant with the dark arts, Franz. I thought, well spotted, mate. Yeah. Well spotted. And Genghis Yates is a tosser. Totally agree. Genghis, totally agree. Although we'd love him doing that if he played for us, because we don't have anyone that does that. That's the problem. So,
yeah. I will do something different in the next clip, and I just want you guys to pay attention. Whatever goes on the rest of the pitch doesn't matter in this clip. It's all about Bruno here, and this is Yates. So just look how Yates is always keeping his eyes on Bruno. And when he goes over to the other side, he still looks at Bruno, pointing, and back to Bruno again. And always shifting his head, looking over his shoulder, noticing where Bruno is. So, Stu, you saw that. He was like this for the full game.
Yeah, it did. And the interesting thing about that is, if you were to play that through again, Bruno has a couple of chances to kind of move Yates out of the way. Follow him. Follow Yates around. Don't let him follow you. Follow him. And then disrupt him for once. Don't allow Yates to disrupt you. Disrupt him. Where he's there, follow him there and just nudge him. Nudge him out of the way. See if he goes over. Gillett's not looking.
Yeah.
Gillett's focusing on where the ball is, not where Yates and Bruno are. Get him away from you. Get him off. Just a little elbow, just to do something. A little tap of the shoulder. Trying to get him off. And then once you do that and you usurp him, then you go left diagonally, make your space. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. That's my frustration with it, Jarvis. But Yates was doing it, wasn't he? He was getting in around Bruno and kicking him. You know, as Franz said, the dark arts are brilliant.
Yeah, it's true. And when it comes to this,
it's true. It is true. I mean, that is true, Barman. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I'd still like us to do something. I'd like us to be a bit more aggressive, more brave, and other players do it to us and get away with it. We may eventually, become more accustomed to it. I don't know, but it's just something that.
But we saw Casemiro, and he had he didn't even touch him, and he got a yellow card. He tackled Yates. Yates threw himself on the ground.
Yates started crying
for a Oscar prize, in that. And you saw Casemiro's reaction, and 10 minutes after this happens, and Masraoui gives the ball to Bruno, and here comes Yates.
Yeah.
And what is the referee thinking in this instance? Why can't he be consistent and give a yellow card? For me, baffles me.
Yeah, so it baffles me. I don't think Gillett had a great game, to be honest. I think we should ask Keith about this, because I think he was inconsistent on more than one occasion.
He was
tonight, and I think the Devilish Tacticos are on point. Bruno was nice then. It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. The end. Watch Bruno's tight little turn. He knows what he's going to do. Just watch Bruno's body language here. He knows Yates is coming, and he flicks it. He doesn't flick it around it, but he uses the pace of the ball to get round Yates. Yates knows it's coming. Yates is almost ready to go for the full slide, but doesn't. But just watch Bruno now. He already knows he's there because he clocked him.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Straight. It's a straight yellow. Always a yellow. It's not good. Ricardo, these images were well analysed. Thanks very much for that, pal. Tight marking, in this case, another Bruno with left foot is missing on the right side. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Broderick, are we done with the positives? And happy birthday to young Philip. That's very kind. And we've had a lot of love for Philip, by the way, in the chat. Loads of people have said happy birthday. Franz has come in. Rúben Amorim, quote, sometimes you lose and you feel like the opponent is better, which is easy to accept. Today we were the better team. Okay. Here we go. Rusmano, Nico Williams' knee was shot off in the stadium sniper. He was. Brave soul got up and carried away. That's absolutely right. That was, I think, refresh my memory, Rusmano, but I think that was that attempted volley late on in the game, wasn't it? Poor effort there, really. Trev comes in with Casemiro was hitting the head. He did actually got nothing. We got the free kick against us. He got elbowed in the shouldered in the face. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Game is gone. Broderick, the positive was Mount played 15 minutes and didn't get injured. We don't know that yet, Genghis. We don't know if he's boarded or whether he's tripped up on the bus and he sat down and he did his back. We don't know. So
I think he pulled his hamstring he had one shot. I think he pulled his hamstring a little bit, and he will feel a little niggle in the morning and will be out for the next 2 months. That's
3 months. Yes. Yeah.
Three. Okay.
Danny Pink's right. Australian Football League referee was perfect for Forest Tactics. Absolutely, I agree with that. And Neil, you're absolutely right, pal. Way too many cats are in the team. Well done, Neil. I agree.
Yes.
Brilliant quote. This, I love Nobby Styles' aggression type. Yeah, he was brilliant. I loved Nobby Styles. He was, he was super.
Nobby Styles.
Happy birthday to Jarvis Jr. There you go, JJ.
Thank you,
JJ. What we got here? Should have got a pen for a stand. Yeah, they didn't show that. I noticed. Late in the second half, didn't show that play. No. I noticed. Yeah.
I don't have any footage of that instance. Yeah. Oh, big up, Stephanie. Good to see you.
Yeah, big up, Stephanie. She's becoming cynical. Me, never. Bruno was isolated anyway today. Absolutely. He did. Yates was a little bit daft there, but he got away with it.
But I would say you saw now in the instance where Bruno is tackled down and should have had the yellow card on Yates. But in that instance, I think
Trevor Wade
was deeper on the pitch. So Yates needed to push higher and be more aggressive, come in with more force. It's not that easy to play that way. So when you're in the middle of the pitch or further down, it's easier to be more calculated.
I always think, though, when you know that's going to happen, when you identify that early on in the game that Yates is going to be with you, you make adjustments. You know, you do something with a teammate and you make adjustments. You put Xerxes on Yates, for example, although you couldn't because he was playing on 9, but effectively you could say, look, I'll switch with you, Josh, get on Yates, stop him. I'll go and play the false 9. You can do things to alleviate that type of interference. You would have been man marked yourself, Jarvis, when you were growing up. If someone's constantly on you, you've got to think of ways of getting away from him, haven't you? You've got to get rid of the shackles. You've got to click the elastic band. You do something. So you start wandering, don't you? Start wandering across the other end of the pitch, bringing Yates with you. Hopefully, leaves a nice gap for us to exploit, or should do.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting loads of love. Jarvis Jr. is getting tons of love. Oh no! Happy birthday from I think Pete's back here. All right,
hey,
Pete.
Big up, Pete.
Yes.
Like
he treats like an adult. Hey, yeah. Danny P says he didn't think. That's interesting. As I say, I don't think they reshowed it. I didn't see it, so I don't know. I thought he did, but you know, possibly. You're absolutely right.
This one I like. Bring Ollie back.
What is? Didn't they beat Fenerbahce? Besiktas. Yeah. 2-1, wasn't it, or something? One for you.
Your unbeaten record of 24 games.
Or something. Didn't they? Yeah. Rúben Amorim, thanks for this, Franz. We're improving in our way of playing, and we must improve in our way of scoring goals. Not quite sure what your first clue on that one was. It's something that we clearly need to improve. Again, I don't know what your first clue was. If you could let me know if I'm missing something in the devilish tactic. Yes. Here's an interesting one. Flick him in the pecker, you'll turn him easy. Absolutely. I've had that plenty of time. The mustard. It's painful. It's fucking painful. It's horrible. And was it Galatasaray they beat?
Okay. I think it was Besiktas, but
I can't remember.
To say, you know.
The mustard's obviously had experience of the old flick before. Beat Ollie's team beat Galatasaray.
Okay, nice.
Thank you, Ted, and thanks, Broderick.
Now we go into the desperation moment of the game. I think we were in the 80th minute something. Bruno was deeper. Now I thought Bruno operated more freely, had more space, and I'm not sure why Amarim didn't start him in the deeper role. I think Bruno has been instrumental for Amarim in that deeper role. So for me, it's a big question on Amarim. Why change a winning team? You know, I think he just should have gone with the momentum, started the same team again and again, especially now after the international break. But, you know, I'm not Amarim, so I don't know. But this is a good pass from Bruno, and it's the Gacho chance. So have a look, Stu. Bruno comes here, plays a beautiful ball to Gacho.
And he took it well here, didn't he, Gacho? Took it in his stride.
But Højlund in this position, what do you think about Højlund?
It should be here. You see the D? You see the D? He should be at the far edge of the D.
So here,
a bit further.
Even here.
Yeah, 2 reasons for that. A, it gives Milenkovic should pull across. That gives more room and more space for Gacho. Secondly, if Gacho wants to float one over, Milenkovic is never going to get in there, and Højlund should be in and score. That's where I would have been if I was Højlund, and I'm no striker, trust me.
Yeah.
Look at Milenkovic.
Step over, takes a shot. I don't know. As a defender, if I was playing against Gacho, I would expect that to happen.
Yeah,
Step
but then he
over
gets
and cut in
and celebrates. He gets up and he celebrates. How dare he celebrate? I'll be livid. You don't do that. You don't celebrate to me. But again, if Højlund was a bit further over, he picked it up, collected it. It's fine margins. Football's all about fine margins and seeing the space. You got to see what's in front of you.
I think that's the thing. Højlund is not scanning.
He's not. He's not
watching
scanning.
Gacho 100% of the time. What is Gacho? He's not worried about himself and where to put himself, and it should have been better.
He does something. If you run into deep space, somebody's got to follow you. A defender has got to follow you. Otherwise, you're there and you're going to score.
Yeah.
I think Franz makes a good point here. He says RVP runs to in and around the penalty spot and then pulls away. Probably scores. I tend to agree with that. Similar thing to what I was suggesting in the first place. Pull yourself right. Get yourself space.
But I want to bring this up again and just play the Bruno pass one more time, because I think that's a beautiful pass. This is what you get with Bruno. And this is what you get with Bruno in the more deep lying role.
But it's also what you get from Eriksen, because Eriksen just plays him a nice little simple ball. Great attacks started by a simple ball. It's just a little simple ball.
Yeah.
Eriksen could have. Yeah, that's all you need. Eriksen could have moved the ball out and play himself, but he didn't need to. Bruno's in a better position to make. It's a wonderful ball. He takes it really, really well.
Yeah.
But he can't. He's lost that aggression Gacho has to get in and around. At that point in time, Højlund is just looking at what Gacho's doing rather than what he should be doing. Where are you going to go? You're not going to split the two defenders and try and take the ball off Gacho because you're too far behind. So you've got to run diagonal. Get in way behind Milinkovic so he can't see you. I don't know. That's what I would have done anyway.
I have a short Mason Mount cameo. The shot.
Good strike.
It's a good strike, yeah.
50 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate that. 135 watching. Likes are our currency. Yes. For some known reason, YouTube are not pushing our videos out. We're very, very thankful and grateful for the loyalty that you guys show us. We would like to expand, and YouTube just aren't helping us. So if you're on Twitter, X, please give us a leg up, and if we could get to 100 likes, it'd be brilliant. But we're over 100%, I think, aren't we? How many watching on YouTube?
32 right now.
So we're over 100% in terms of likes. So we're doing okay. But if we could keep pushing, it would be absolutely brilliant.
Let's go to the Mason Mount strike. So
yeah, I was impressed with it. I thought it was a good strike, actually. This is, by the way, this was the catalyst of the Milinkovic, Morgan Gibbs White argument. There's Gibbs White there. Look to the left. Milinkovic gives it away out of his feet really quickly. Do you think Sells would have got it if it was curling in towards the post?
I think he most likely would. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, look at him. Let's just see the shot one more time. Maybe.
Yeah,
but I think Sells is a decent goalkeeper.
He's a great keeper. I'd have him at United. I think he's great. Really do. I think he's a great keeper. But it was a good shot. It was a good strike. He was unlucky, Mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do with a haircut, mind you. But no, if he gets a haircut, he could get injured though. Might get a nick on the back of his ear, and that could be it. Another 6 weeks.
Yeah.
8 weeks.
Do you think he sits in the bus now and just like feels every part of his body?
Well, I heard what they did was they wrap him up like a mummy, so that none of his body can expand or not. None of his organs can miraculously come out of alignment or something like that. They stretcher him on and they leave him in the middle on the floor. So, strap him down so nothing happens to him. But he's got to start. He's got to do something for us. He was okay. I thought when he came on, Mason Mount, credit where credit's due. I thought he was okay. Didn't do a great deal, but the problem for me on that, by the way, Jarvis, if you actually just go back to that clip just slightly.
No, I moved on to the next clip, so I can't.
Oh, sorry. Okay. What I was going to point out was that there was 4 or 5 Forest defenders that had no Manchester United player around him closing in on Mason Mount.
But this was the dying minutes of the game when Desperation kicked in.
Where was Højlund making space for Mount, pushing a player out of the way? Where was don't get me started.
Anyway. One positive, we have the Lenny Euro tackle.
It's fantastic. This was.
I can't show you what happened before this because there were some close-ups coming, so I can't.
We're talking Money Mount or Shawway's injured. Very clever. I like that. Shawway's injured is brilliant.
But it's a great tackle there from Lenny.
Oh, it's a fantastic tackle. They're all claiming pen, weren't they? Free kick. It was a great tackle. Brilliant tackle by Yoro.
Yeah. And the way he got back, and he was outpaced, but he had his way, to find.
Notice he was in his favourite position as well, left side of centre back.
Yeah, it's not an easy tackle to do with yours.
Fabulous tackle. You get that wrong, he's not off anyway. But it would have been a yellow. Brilliant tackle.
So I can show you this part. Boom. Nice tackle. I just wanted to highlight because I like Lenny Euro. I think
Maldini.
The sky is the limit. Yeah.
Maldini. Why not?
Give him time. He will wonder at the end. This is all my clips. I have just one more left, and this is the clearance.
Harry Maguire after this.
So let's go.
Is that the clearance you want about his goal miss? Yes. You can't call that a clearance. Oh, you on about the?
It's Gacho.
Yeah.
Cross from Masraoui.
Yeah, it's a lovely ball that by Matsari. I told you, he just all he did was just wander to the goal line.
So close. I just want to see this part again.
There he goes. Just wanders in. Not one United player anywhere near round the back. Not one player.
Højlund was there. This is Højlund.
Yeah, but he starts moving towards the ball.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Stay where you are. Just stay where you are. Dallo, move in. Stop admiring it. With your hands on your hips. Move in. Get yourself a goal.
Oh, look at Dallo.
No, but he is. He's got his hands on.
Look at Dallo.
I know.
Is it possible? Standing like this.
Shocking.
It's shocking.
Shocking. Anyway,
I didn't see that. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah.
Oh
the nickname of the night goes to Stephanie Griffiths with Shawway's injured. Beat that. Absolute diamond. Absolute diamond. If you can beat Shawway's injured, put your nicknames for the players in the post comments.
Yes,
we could do with a giggle after tonight, but yeah.
I'm just laughing off Dallo.
I know. Well, does that not sum it up? But does that not sum our team up? Yeah.
It's our team in a nutshell. That's Man United.
Yeah, Nico Williams wasn't doing that. He was too busy trying to get a volley off. down the other end, wasn't he? 2 minutes earlier or something like that, you know. Carries on, aggression. Or he's giving Bruno an elbow.
Oh,
Oh, well.
yeah, well,
You know,
that's the
back
end
down
of
to
the
13th.
misery, guys. There's no
Yeah.
more clips.
Are we
So
back down to 13th?
say
We
again?
back down to 13th or something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to watch.
I haven't
watch
even
the
looked.
Premier League. They will know.
Haven't
No,
even looked.
let's not bother. Who was your man of the match? Do you have any contenders?
Oh, for
Devilish
us,
Tacticals? Yes, for us. For us.
I'm going to go with Yoro
Yoro. Yeah, I think he was good today.
or Delict. Delict's a close second, but I think Yoro. I thought Yoro was superb tonight.
Masraoui?
When he was better when he went over to right,
Yeah,
to the right side. But
he
Yoro
was
for
more
me.
involved. Yeah.
Dorgu, Jordan, yeah, Dorgu. I thought Højlund, Julian Clary. Oh dear, twat of the match was Højlund. Yoro. I for me, I'd probably go with Yoro. I think that tackle was outstanding, Jarvis.
Yeah.
It was. I can't tell you how difficult that tackle was.
Stephanie agrees. Lenny was very good.
Yeah,
So,
Franz.
Yeah, okay.
Franz goes with Lenny.
Tactical Devils and the Devilish Tacticals gives Lenny Yoro the man of the match. So we have a game coming on. The next game is City.
Sunday afternoon, 4:30 kickoff. Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday afternoon.
Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, we play Sunday afternoon. So we've got. We'll be back unless Jarvis does a show tomorrow night. But I don't think you will you?
Nah.
So
we'll see.
There'll be no preview of the City game because obviously we've got Keith on a Friday.
Yeah, we can do like 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe do 10 minutes. Yeah, if Keith has to go a bit earlier or something like that. And then we'll be back obviously for the post-match bath time review. So I think look guys, you stuck with it tonight with us, so thank you very, very much. I think we've had about 140 people on average all night, haven't we? Pretty much, Jarvis.
Yeah,
we've had a lot of people watching us, so thank you very, very much for that. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, so but quick thoughts on the City game before we wrap up the show, Stu.
Well, I think we can be lucky maybe that Haaland is injured for the next 7 weeks. Actually, I will say I think City are probably as inconsistent as we are, but I think they're obviously a better outfit than us. But I think we've got to beat them at home. We have to beat City. And we've got to turn up. And if these players don't turn up, I think there's going to be real problems with the fan base if these players don't turn up. We get beat heavily on Sunday. I think there's going to be real problems. So let's stay positive.
Do you think the momentum that we gained before the international break is gone now? Are we back
Probably.
to doom and gloom?
Probably, but that shouldn't really happen, though. You're an elite footballer. It shouldn't happen. I know I say this all the time, but you're an elite footballer, so it shouldn't happen. You can get dips in form. I get that. Haaland's had his dip in form this season. We still scored. What's he on? 20 goals, something like that. 25 goals, whatever he's on.
Yeah, but Mamouche is probably better at the moment.
Mamouche at the moment is probably better. So, and he's a problem. He'll be a problem for us. Mamouche will. 30 goals. Haaland's on. It's all competitions. Mamouche is probably in better form anyway. So we've got to win, in my opinion, Sunday. I'm not looking forward to it. I love the derby. Anything can happen in the derby.
Yeah, it will be a good game.
I think it'll be a really decent game of football, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah. Let's look forward to
it. We will talk about the game on Friday, but it's been a good show. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Stu, and the Devilish Tacticals, Jordan Wall, that time coming in late, but good with good comments, and Genghis Khan Jr., Terrell Wade. I want to thank Jonathan Lilienberg for the super chat. Thank you, Jonathan. You're a legend of the channel. And yeah, last show I forgot to say the 5 new members. You can use the new members emoji, and you have like special. I don't know what do you call it, but and I will try to make a special member video before Friday. So maybe some recap on the game and when I have the time to analyze it more, what really happened. Yeah.
So Stephanie's come up with, she's on fire tonight.
Waiting for Fandango, Thunderbolts, and
so it'd be Scaramouche, rather than Mamouche. Brilliant, absolutely quality.
Brilliant. 51 likes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Legends, all of you, smash the like. Leave a comment in the non-live section after the game. Give me your man of the match and why. I'm interested hearing. For me, it was Lenny Yoro or Delict. Same with Stu Woolley. And from the Techno Devils, I will thank everybody for tuning in. And it's been a great show. And we will see you
Friday night.
Yes.
See you Friday night. Thank you, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good night. Bye-bye.